It was a quiet evening, the kind where the sky turns a soft orange and the air feels calm, like the world is holding its breath before night falls. I was walking home after a long day at work, my feet dragging a little, my mind already on the couch and the TV remote. My house was just up ahead, a small but cozy place I'd worked hard to call my own. It wasn't much, but it was mine, a place where I could shut the door and leave the world behind. I was almost at the door when I heard her voice. "Excuse me, can I help you?" I turned around, and there she was, a white woman, maybe in her 40s, standing a few feet away with her arms crossed. She looked at me like I didn't belong there. Like I was out of place. Her tone wasn't friendly. It was sharp, suspicious, like she'd caught me doing something wrong. No," I said, trying to keep my voice calm. "I'm just going home." I pointed to my house, the one I'd been living in for over a year. But she didn't move. Her eyes narrowed, like she didn't believe me. "This is your house?" she asked, her tone even sharper now. "Are you sure?" I felt my chest tighten. I knew what this was. I'd seen it before, heard stories from friends, read about it online. But it had never happened to me, not like this. Not in front of my own home. Not when I was just trying to walk through my own front door. "Yes," I said, my voice firmer now. "This is my house. I live here." She didn't back down. "I've never seen you around here before," she said, like that gave her the right to question me. "This is a quiet neighborhood. We look out for each other." I took a deep breath, trying to keep my anger in check. "Ma'am, I don't know what to tell you. This is my house. I have the keys right here." I pulled them out of my pocket, jingling them in the air. But she didn't seem convinced. "It's just, you don't look like you belong here," she said, her voice quieter now, but the words hit me like a punch. I felt my face grow hot, my hands clenching into fists. I wanted to yell, to tell her how wrong she was, how unfair this was. But I didn't. I just stood there, staring at her, trying to figure out how to make her understand. "I don't look like I belong here?" I repeated, my voice shaking. "What does that even mean? Because I'm black? Is that it?" She didn't answer. She just looked at me, her face hard, like she was waiting for me to prove something. But I didn't owe her anything. I didn't owe her an explanation, or my story, or my keys. This was my home. My safe place. And she was standing there, trying to take that away from me. I turned around and walked up to my door, my hands trembling as I unlocked it. I could feel her eyes on me, watching, judging. But I didn't look back. I stepped inside and closed the door behind me, leaning against it for a moment, trying to catch my breath. My heart was pounding, my mind racing. I thought about all the times I'd heard stories like this, about black people being stopped, questioned, even arrested for just existing in their own spaces. And now it had happened to me. In front of my own house. I sat down on the couch, staring at the wall, feeling a mix of anger, sadness, and something else I couldn't quite name. It was like a weight on my chest, heavy and suffocating. I thought about going back outside, about confronting her, about demanding an apology. But what good would that do? She'd already made up her mind about me. Nothing I said or did would change that. So I stayed inside, trying to shake off the feeling of being unwelcome in my own home. Trying to remind myself that this was my space, my sanctuary, no matter what anyone else thought. But it was hard. It was so hard. And as I sat there, the sky outside turned dark, and the quiet of the evening settled in. But the quiet didn't feel peaceful anymore. It felt heavy, like it was holding all the things I couldn't say, all the things I couldn't change. I thought about all the little ways this kind of thing chips away at you, the looks, the questions, the assumptions. It's like carrying a weight you can never put down. I thought about calling someone, a friend, my mom, anyone who might understand. But I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to relive it. I just wanted to forget it had happened. but I knew I wouldn't. I knew I'd carry it with me, like I carried all the other moments like this. Eventually, I got up and made myself dinner, trying to distract myself with the simple, familiar motions of cooking. But even as I ate, I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, of being judged. It was like her words had followed me inside, echoing in my head, "You don't look like you belong here." I tried to remind myself that her words didn't define me. That I had every right to be here, in this house, in this neighborhood, in this world. But it's hard to hold on to that when someone looks at you like you're a stranger in your own life. Later, as I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, I thought about what I would say to her if I saw her again. Would I tell her how much her words hurt? Would I try to explain why what she did was wrong? Or would I just walk away, like I had tonight, because some battles aren't worth fighting? I didn't know. But I did know this: no matter what anyone said or did, this was my home. And no one could take that away from me. Not her, not anyone. Still, as I closed my eyes and tried to sleep, I couldn't help but wonder how many more times I'd have to prove that to the world. And how long it would be before I could just exist, without question, without judgment, without fear. Hello, amazing viewer. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more awesome content, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. I'd also love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. Let me know what you think. And if you found this video helpful or entertaining, please share it with your friends and family. Your support means the world to me and helps this channel grow. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.